if you're looking for a husband or you're looking for your wife, relocate. They could be somewhere else.
I be so sick of you niggas, y'all contradicting. I be so bored myself when you come and fuck me. I feel so ordinary, except when you around me. Treat me like water while you play me out. Arguments, you air me out. Tripping about you.
Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. So y'all, today we are at the pool.
So I can get in.
They finally opened up the pool where I live at. Now y'all need y'all hats on, cause y'all need y'all hats, Cairo. Why you take your hat off?
Oh,
It's so sunny. I need a hat. I'm sitting actually under the umbrella, so I'm good. But yeah, they finally opened up the pool, so we just down here before everybody come. You know, we just came to get a little fun in the sun. I think we could probably at least come maybe once a week before school get back. I don't even got my swimsuit on, y'all. I'm not doing it. No. I don't even want to get in the pool. I mean, I don't know. I actually wouldn't mind getting in the pool though. It's just so hot. But anyway, so I decided while I was sitting here letting them play that I would talk to y'all and tell y'all a little backstory on how I met my husband. So y'all, people always be saying like, you can't meet no good man in Atlanta, and there ain't no men in Atlanta, and you're not gonna find love in Atlanta. But honestly, it's actually, and I'm not specifically talking about Kendrick, but like, I've met a lot of good men in Atlanta. For instance, a lot of the people that I used to work for, I've had 2 jobs where my boss was a man, and they both weren't from Atlanta. See, that's the thing. Like, it's a lot of people like me. I live here, but I'm not from here. Like, it's actually a lot of men that live in Atlanta that are not from Atlanta. So those are the ones that I would say, you need help? Let me see.
I'm gonna pee.
You want to get that ball?
Yeah.
So those are the ones that I would suggest. Like, for instance, this one boss I had, he owned a accounting firm. He hired me as an accountant to work in his accountant firm. He was actually from Florida. I think he was from Miami. He moved up here from Miami because Miami is really expensive, and a lot of people do that. A lot of people move from Florida up to Atlanta for whatever reason. And so he had moved to Atlanta and had bought the firm from an older white man who was trying to get out of the business, who was trying to retire. So I worked for him for a couple months or whatever, but he was like successful. I mean, he had his own business, for God's sake. He did actually, I don't know if he was married, but he did have like a girlfriend situation. He had like a young baby. So yeah, there's that. But and then the other guy that I worked for, he was from Alabama, and he moved here from Alabama for whatever reason, and he worked at Coca-Cola at first, but then he owned a CPA firm, and I worked for him as an accountant. So there is, like, don't let people try to make you think you can't find no man. Like, and it don't matter what city it is. It could be North Carolina, it could be like any metro. I feel like any major metro city, I feel like, has good men there because people gravitate to cities. Like, people will leave Memphis, people will leave Detroit, people will leave St. Louis, parts of Florida. Like, people leave their hometown all the time and they go to these metros, like especially North Carolina, probably Vegas. Vegas is another one that people go to, and I feel like you could actually find your soulmate in those places. So yeah, but let me tell you how I met my husband, right? So after I moved here, I was working. I was getting jobs. I had several accounting jobs, like I just mentioned. I'm sorry, y'all. It's so sunny, but in the midst of that, I kept losing the jobs, or they didn't work out, or whatever the case was, or whatever. Then I started dancing, So then I started dancing. Actually, I started dancing not too long after I got here because it was just so expensive to be here. Like, that's the only thing about Atlanta. It's just so expensive. And people be trying to say, like, it's the home of the scammers. I don't feel like people be necessarily scamming, but it's like the home of the hustlers. Like, it's just so expensive. And then just to try to keep up and everything, like, you just need a lot of ink. Oh, your hat, Star. It's okay. They should have brought the other one. Oh well. So I not only did I have a job, but I needed another job because I had got a new car when I first got here. My car that I drove back and forth from St. Louis, back and forth, it had finally gave out on me in Alpharetta one day. Like, I had to get a new car, and so after and that car was paid off, so I didn't have a car note when I got here. But then, you can sit on it, but don't move it. So, after I had to get a car note and pay more insurance, I was like, I need some more money. So that's like one of the reasons why I started dancing, because not only did I have a job, but my rent was more expensive and just like everything, you know, I was paying for daycare. It was just too much. So that's why I started dancing. So I did that for a while and it was good at first, you know. But that was never like a long-term situation. And so slowly, like when the club started dying and drying up, like we would have slow nights and stuff like that. Like that's when I started to like try to transition out of dancing, because it was like, if I'm gonna be doing it, I wanted to be making some good money, you know, and it was okay, but I wasn't like making thousands of dollars or whatever. So I was trying to transition out, and that's when I started doing Lyft and Uber. And I was able to make my little money on Lyft and Uber, especially back then, because this was like 2015, 2016. So at that time, like you could make some good, easy money with Lyft and Uber, or whatever. So long story short, I was doing Lyft and Uber, and also, just go get it. And but after like a year of doing it, I ended up just stopped dancing altogether. Because after dancing, because by this time I was probably like 31, 32 by this time. And I was like, okay, I'm already 32, because a lot of the girls in the clubs be young, like 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, like 25 at the most. But I don't know, because Atlanta, them girls be older. Like these girls, they don't never give it up in Atlanta. But so I was 32, so I was like, okay, I had my fun with dancing. I definitely ain't finna do this forever. And so I was like, and also because I was starting to feel like I wanted to settle down. Like I had my one daughter, but I was like, I need a man. You know, her dad wasn't, our situation wasn't getting no better or whatever. Because I was also hopeful, like even after I left, no, Star need her life vest. Why you won't want to keep your life vest on? Okay, you gonna stay right here?
Yeah.
Don't go off those stairs.
I told her not to go to the beach.
So I was like, I'm ready to have a family, you know, because I only had my one baby, and then I was the only child too, so I just always felt like only having one child is not like really a family. Like having one child is just like having one child. That's not, especially if you ain't got a man. Like if you don't have the man with the child and you just literally, it's just you and your one child, I just didn't feel like that was like a family, and I didn't want to go through that again. Like that's kind of like how I grew up, and I just didn't want to have that same situation. So I was like, I gotta get a man, I gotta build a family. I was like, I want more kids, I'm getting older. I was like, okay, so I had to stop dancing. I just cut the cord. Also because the club had changed ownership, I had to audition. I was gonna have to audition to work there, to still continue working there. Like it was crazy. Like it was just the timing of it all. It was like the doors were closing on me with the club. Like that opportunity was like ending. I would have had to go to a new club. Like I would have had to, you know what I'm saying? And I was like, I'm not gonna do all that. So I was like, I'm done with the club. I was completely done. And the only thing I was doing for side money was the Lyft and the Uber, right? So, and at this point, I was going hard with it. I was waking up at like 5 o'clock in the morning to get a jump on it, to get like some extra money early before I had to take my daughter to school. So this one day, y'all, I had got a ring on my can't remember if it was Lyft or if it was Uber, but I had got a ring at 5 o'clock in the morning to go pick up this person and take them down like south to like what area was that? I can't even think of what area I was taking him to, but it was like a $25 ride. So I was like, oh, okay, let me jump up out of bed and make this quick little $25, right? So I got up, I threw one of my wigs on, and I hit the door another reason why I did it, because the pickup was literally like 5 minutes from my house. Like, that was an easy delivery. Like, the people that do deliveries already know, like, you don't want to have to drive 15, 20 minutes just to pick up something, then drive another 15, 20 minutes. So this pickup was literally right by my house. I was like, oh, okay, I don't gotta go far. I could do this, drop him off and come back. And I didn't know it was a him. But anyway, so I get there literally 5 minutes from my apartment. And I was in my Chevy Cruze at this time, my brand new car or whatever. And he came outside and he immediately jumped in the front seat, which was, I ain't never had nobody get in my front seat, and it was just so odd. But he got into the front seat. He got in. I was looking. I was like, hey, you know, first, because it's like, why are you getting in the front seat? But y'all, he was so handsome. Like, Kendrick, when I first met him, he had actually just got out of jail not too long before that, come to find out. But he was so buff. Like, he was like cut up, his arms, you know, people that be in jail. And then just his natural physique. And then also he just liked to work out, period. Hey, Star, y'all stop screaming. Or whatever. So I was like, hey, you know what I'm saying? He was handsome. See, that's what I'm talking about. No. I will get it. Hold on. Okay, I'm not trying to drag this video. Huh? Oh, they gotta get out. Okay. Hey, y'all get y'all toys. We gotta get ready to go in a minute, okay? Yeah, that's what she said. They such some haters. Like, I swear, the hate be so real. Now all of a sudden y'all finna clean the pool. Whoa, why was it open? Like, it's always something with them. Get y'all toys. Y'all we could play soccer over there at the grass, because I brought the soccer ball. Yeah. Okay, get y'all toys. Okay, y'all, hold on. Let me, I'm gonna tell y'all the rest of the story. Hold on. Okay, y'all, I'm back. Ooh. We had Chili's last night, and I had got a free chips and queso. But anyway, back to the story. So he got in. I was like, oh, hey. Or whatever. And so, I don't know. We was just talking like the whole ride. And he was like, his whole energy was like real, like chill, like laid back. Like, he wasn't all hyper. And he was just like, he was just chilling. Like, he was just like sitting there. He was just chilling, like getting his little ride or whatever. So, but we was talking and stuff. And so, before he got out, he asked me for my number. And I was like, you know, because still at the same time, even though like I was attracted to him, but still, I just felt like this is still a Lyft ride. Like, you still just a little customer or whatever. Like, I'm not trying to get my number out, because I would never do that. Oh my God, dust your hands off like this. Hold on. I gotta send them that email about the wood chips, because that it's like dirt. Like, they need to put some more wood chips over there. But So anyway, so instead of giving him my phone number, I was like, well, here, take my Instagram. That's how I would used to like give out my number, like back when I was giving out my number. I would just give out my Instagram, or I would get their Instagram. Like, well, what's your Instagram? You know, you can kind of like see what people got going on or whatever. Especially because I didn't know him at all. So, but yes, so that's pretty much like how it started. And then he texted me, or somehow we was just talking back and forth, and then we ended up going on our first date. We went to this little hookah lounge because we lived right next to each other. That's the crazy part. Cause like, y'all want to go home?
No.
Well, we getting ready to. Why y'all not kicking the soccer ball?
Oh, yeah.
We could just go home, and cause it's like y'all getting all wet and dirty. Walk. So but yeah, we went to this little hookah lounge like right where we live at, cause we both live like I said 5 minutes away, so it was easy for us to meet up. We went to this little hookah lounge and we did that, and we ate, and we just, I don't know, we just both liked each other. He was attracted to me, I was attracted to him. He wasn't dating anybody, I wasn't dating anybody. I only had my one kid, he didn't have no kids. Like, you know, I just basically took a chance on love. And that's the thing, like, especially you gotta like listen to your intuition, or just, you know, because like your husband or your wife now could be, you never know. And so people shouldn't be so scary or like not open up to love, or just like, you know, I don't know. And it got to be something that you want, because also come to find out, he was like already ready to settle down. Like, he wanted to have a family, and that's like honestly the only reason why it worked out. Because like when I met him, he was like, he used to always say, he was like I want to get married and I want to have a family with you. And that's why we had Kyra so quickly, because he's like, I want to have a family and I want to get married and this and that. And I think that's what really did it, because I was like, okay, we on the same page. Because by this time I was definitely ready to settle down. I wasn't just like interested in just having another boyfriend, like, you know, because by this time I'm 32, I'm getting older, and I just felt like, you know, and I don't know, we were just on the same page. And like I said, he not even from Atlanta, he from Florida himself. He had just moved to this area, the same area that I moved to, so it was just crazy, you know. So I would just encourage anybody, you know, be open if that's what you want. Like, that got to be something that you even want for yourself anyway. But for one, make your mind up if that's what you really want, and then don't let opportunities pass you by. Like, honestly, I wasn't even gonna let him get out the car before I got his Instagram, because I was like, let me keep up with you, you know, because I don't know, I just had this like feeling.
Mommy, look at this.
I just had this like urge to, like, in my mind, like, I don't know, it was just something in my spirit that was just like, oh wow, like he might be the one. That's I know that's absolutely crazy, but like, if you ever have that feeling, like, it could be possible. Like, if you meet somebody and immediately you like, oh, like, wait a minute, like, I could see myself with them. Like, if you could see yourself with them, you know, then you never know. So anyway, I'm not gonna keep y'all. I'm just out here letting them play. And I just wanted to share that story, because when I see people that are either married or like been together for a while, I be wondering, like, how did you meet them? How do you know them? Like, it's always interesting to see, like, how did people meet? Like, you know, get the whole backstory. I never told y'all that. I never wanted to tell y'all that, because y'all gonna be like, you met him doing a Lyft ride? But yeah, we did. We literally met in the Lyft ride. And then like afterwards, I asked him, I was like, what, why you sit in the front? And he even said, he was like, I don't even know why I sat in the front. He was like, I never sit in the front. He was like, I don't know why I sat in the front. That's what he said. And so I don't know, just everything kept lining up, like, for us to just be together. And then even after we started dating, like, we would get into it or have disagreements or whatever. And like, it was so crazy, because even after the disagreements, I would tell myself, like, I never, even though I broke up with him so many times, I would break up with him all the time, But even while we were broken up, I still had this feeling like, you know, but I could still see myself with him. Because that's the thing about marriage, like, you know, you gonna get into it in your marriage. Y'all gonna disagree. Y'all walk now. Y'all gonna go back and forth, you know what I'm saying? But if you willing to end the relationship, or you be like, okay, this is enough, like I can't take it no more, then obviously that's not gonna be your husband or your wife, because you are really ready to give up. But with him, matter of fact, I remember I was sitting in my kitchen and I was like, I can see myself marrying him. I was telling myself that. Put that down. That's dirty. Girl, no. Not Story just found one of her old pacifiers. Now she finna cry. But yeah, so if you dating somebody and you can't see yourself with them long term, then you wasting your time, honestly. You already wasting your time. Unless you using them or it's like a reason you with them. So, if you're looking for a husband or you're looking for your wife, relocate. They could be somewhere else. They could be in a different city. Especially if you're from like a small town or something like that, where everybody know everybody, and it's like you could probably be dating your family if you ain't careful. You know what I'm saying? Relocate, and I bet you'll find them. But anyway, y'all, I'm finna automated message from, oh, okay, we getting our mattresses delivered tomorrow, so that'll be exciting. So anyway, I'm finna go ahead and wrap up this video, and I will see y'all later. Bye.